Hello everyone and welcome to this amazing match of Sinister versus Felony. We have Felony on Survivor, and thank you for bearing with us through these delays. It is something already first chase happening. Nashtix getting chased around Killer Shack. And it is...
Yep, looks like we're early in the chases here.
Yep. Thank you for bearing with us through these technical difficulties. There were a lot of issues getting the lobby set up, and hopefully they are kind of resolved by the time we get to anything. Our Clash are going for the lunge.
From here.
Corrupt intervention.
And did miss it.
Corrupt intervention, as you can see, being used. That window is blocked off. God pallet being dropped early. Seems we've got a bit of a mind game going on here with Card Clasher.
Yep, no, this is going into a chase. We're running from pallet to pallet. He's pre-dropping them, not running the risk at all of taking those early lunges. And now the power is kicking in to try and catch up.
And we are seeing like... that all-seeing. The wall hacks are coming in here.
Yeah, no, I have egg on my face. I stand corrected. Wall hacks are in full effect. And I think we may have just seen one of the perks come into play there as well.
Yeah, that is play with your food. It seems like he's going to use play with your food to make up for that second windstorm add-on.
Definitely, yeah.
Just farming off of Baby Mango, who is the obsession. Trying to get those sacks up. And that is a generator getting done as Mr. Card Clasher does get stunned.
Yeah, first gen done very quickly, and that was very nicely played there. The killer respected the pallet, and they were able to get an extra loop out of it for no hit. So far, the killer is having trouble applying pressure despite the corrupt intervention. But that is a hit from the Wraith going straight onto the obsession of Baby Mango. And that is using that power to chase down.
Does it seem like Card Clasher is going to be able to stop the pallet? Just eating pallets.
Left, right, and center. Taking pallet after pallet, but does mean they're used permanently. And there goes the second gen, and another little tease there of one of the perks, I think.
I believe that is a Rancor right there being used
I think so.
Test the location of these survivors.
That could potentially be why he's a little bit. And there goes a third gen Rancor procking again. Looks like he is able to get a few stacks on play of your food, but now he's chasing down the injured Baby Mango. Trying to get a hook, but for 3 gens, that is rough.
Tries to do a bit of a moonwalk.
Another pallet. Oh, and a massive whiff.
He mispredicted really that one right there. And he did lose a stack for that. He did lose a stack on his play with
He
food.
did.
Gets it back immediately,
got it back
though.
quickly enough. A nice little trick there with the play of your food. Using your bell like that instantly ends the chase, meaning he's able to stack up those play of your food stacks as quick as he can. But really good looping from the survivors here. He is not having a good day for it right now.
And there it is, trying to use that body blocking we talked about during the pre-show. But there's only one generator left.
Only one gen to go. We know he's got Rancor, so he's pressuring Baby Mango here, who's got to be a little bit nervous, right? And there goes the last gen for no hooks. That is very rough.
Baby Mango gets healed with adrenaline, but doesn't matter. He's exposed with Rancor.
The extra movement speed does kick in though, and it did mean that his team were able to buy him time, taking a little bit. But he does go down from a very nice lunge. Though the team is nearby. Is this going to be a Rancor Mori to try and remove one of the survivors from the game?
I think that's the only thing they can do, because yeah, the door is open. They are going to be they are leaving, and there's the Mori. Let's see if we can get a better perspective on it.
Yeah. Oh, that's NSFW. And that is a very quick game of Dead by Daylight.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That near perfect score from Felony, though. They are going to be getting out with 11 points, and Sinister with only 1, sorry.
Yeah, no, only
it's the 1 point from the kill.
Only the Mori there getting them anything. That's that's rough.
Yeah, there was a massive gen rush. No amount of corrupt intervention is gonna stop that.
No, and honestly, the obsession there, Baby Mango, I'm just glancing over at the stream, watching the pallet drops, playing exceptionally well. Card Clasher respected every pallet, wasn't lunging through them. And the moment that clicked in the survivors' brains, they were able to just push it a little bit further and run those risks, and it paid off massively. Long chase, gens got done.
Yeah. As you can see in the build here, not many gen stopper perks were run, but
No.
yeah, that was a massive gen rush, and that just shows what happens when you let the survivors hold left click.
Yeah, I'm looking at these perks now on the survivors, and I'm wondering, did any of them really come up that game? I'm trying to think if Baby Mango even got a dead hard off.
No, he didn't, because adrenaline healed him
No.
up.
Of course, yeah. So, almost a perkless game that for the survivors there, and very well played.
Oh yeah, definitely. We will see if Sinister can pull off a 4-man escape, because that is what they need here.
Definitely.
Sinister needs a perfect game, no hooks, and I mean absolutely perfect game here, if they want to take the lead going into round 2.
It is setting up a wonderful underdog story, isn't it? You've got to go down before you can rise from the ashes like a sinister phoenix. But I have faith. I have faith. But goodness, that was a masterclass in just gen rushing, effectively, for want of a better term. It really was.
Well, we will be back.
We
will be back with game 2 after this short break. Hello and welcome back to game 2 of this amazing match of Sinister versus Felony. And right off the bat, we've got a chase.
That is a quick find for Baby Mango, who is chasing down one of the survivors there, who gave him a little bit of a slip and is going back on themselves. Mango looping around an area of the map that we saw last game, and that is a quick hit onto Kellyan for Baby Mango, and he's going to try and pursue it. He respecting pallets just like the last Rave did, but able to get the hit, breaking that one now, losing a little bit of time, and now back on the hunt and quickly finding them. Looks like they're going to try and make it to Shack. And with the uncloak slowing him down, that is a safe Shack pallet, but the God pallet is now out of the game. That is a big sacrifice. Probably worth it if they're able to get a gen ping, but that is, again, using the decloak slow. He's moving around, hoping to get a lunge off, but a pre-throwed pallet is blocking his path.
Elon is just going to pallets and waiting at them, trying to get anything. He's just trying to waste his time. And Baby Mango, different add-on set. He is using that reappearance add-on, Swift Hunt, I believe it is.
Yep, definitely. Still double purple as before.
Yep.
But in this regard, it's definitely worked out for him.
And that is
a
first hook.
Yeah, first hook. Baby Mango now on the lookout for anyone else trying to slow them down. And looks like one of the gens they were working on hasn't been able to ding. He's chasing down the lorry now.
Using that windstorm, trying to body block. Is able to get it off.
Successfully, very nice. Breaks the loop. She's forced to run somewhere else as 2 gens do go. Now he's got to be a little worried because if they are communicating on the survivor team, that gen that Laurie there was working on, I believe that's Baddest, the obsession, is now in danger because she can just communicate to the others, hey, my gen.
There it
looks
is.
Like she did. There's the Claudette working on it. And it's going for the damage. He's going for the breaking, the kick on it, which a little bit of a risky move with no pop coming up there, as we can see from no orange embers. It looks like, I mean, it's not going to regress very quickly, and he did just lose time for that.
And Keelan, Baby Mango is securing Keelan's second stage. Doesn't grant any points, but he doesn't really need it. If he can just camp this, kill, then Felony is going to come out with an edge going into round 2. And that is that last generator getting done. 2 more to go.
That is another generator getting done. That does also reveal Rancor to us. As with the previous Wraith, the Rancor is in effect here. And of course, as well as Corrupt Intervention. And yeah, being able to force Keelan onto second stage and applying pressure, he's made a catch here. There's no God pallet, so they do have to be very careful. And yeah, I think you're right. He's playing for points. He's trying to ensure that going into further in this, they can just 1 kill is all they need to make enough of an edge, enough of a gap.
And I think that is Baby Mango's just going to camp him to death and let the survivors do generators. It does seem a save attempt is coming in.
Yeah, there's 2 people there, I think.
2 people.
That
And
is one. He's gonna go straight on him. Borrowed time might save them, but
no
there
borrowed
isn't a
time,
borrowed time.
no terror
No.
radius, no borrowed time. And
Of course.
that's actually giving an extra point to Baby Mango through the hook.
Yep, that is a survivor down with 2 gens to go. That is dangerous, very dangerous. And of course, yes, no terror radius does mean absolutely 0 borrowed time, even if it was in effect there. Rancor highlights some nearby survivors, but he looks a little bit concerned as to who to go for. He's trying to protect his gens, but he's discovered the Claudette, who is making their way towards pallet. This should be a hit.
And
Yep,
it is.
a nice hit. Also, it looks like he is recovering quite quickly from his strikes.
That
Looks
is
like a
save the best for
might
last
be in
coming into effect here.
And
And
a couple of stacks on that.
just going after the Claudette once again. There's that
Loops
quick
round, the Claudette
uncloak.
vaults the window.
Body block does come into effect, but that save the best for last is going to make that body block slightly less effective.
Counters it very nicely. The body block was good and meant that the Claudette got space and may be able to make it to a pallet here.
Bit of a mind game
Doesn't
coming in.
doesn't want to throw it. He lunges round the corner, but to no avail. Claudette is out of there with tier 1 bloodlust kicking in.
Just, and you got these double TL walls, just vaults for days.
Yeah, no, there's Blendy, but she should be able to make it, but unfortunately not. No dead hard coming out, so
And
we
no,
can be safely secured that she hasn't got that.
no one coming in for body or a pallet save. They do get the generator done in the meantime, though.
That they do. Rancor procking showing him roughly where they are, that he's probably safe to leave the hook. Though he's got to be wary of someone trying to loop around like this person is. But he's just going to move around to try and cut them off by the looks of things.
And Badass does have to be very careful here.
A little bit of a flash there. He also just spotted the trap door. He just ran over it.
So use the scratch marks in the
is-
distance. They are going for the save. Adrenaline healing up Jarinko.
Yeah, adrenaline very useful there. May come in a little clutch and potentially deny a second hook.
It does
for
seem
Baby
seem
Mango
like
here.
Mango is hunting for Badass, and if Badass is playing this right, he's just gonna hide until until the doors are open.
Yeah, communication's going to be key here for the team, calling out what's going on and making the plays where viable. I think that's a good choice by Baby Mango not to dedicate himself to that chase. He was unable to get a hook and really unable to pressure. And now he has found his Claudette once again.
There is Badass getting caught out. I think this is going to be a kill here.
Yep, he's going for the Rancor kill. He's not worried about the gates. He's saying, yep, you guys can do it. All I need is 1 kill to give us an edge, 2 kills to secure it. And I think he's going to really tunnel down Badass here and try and pressure him out. Badass does have a good lead on him, and that will be the Claudette on the gate. If they can take hits through him, he may not be able to get off the Rancor.
They are trying
swarming
that.
him like
But
piranhas.
Windstorm coming in. Windstorm is coming in, or not Windstorm.
That's
sorry.
1 hit.
There's
Badass did
2.
back up.
Badass is
That
back in the
also
map.
the safe best for last. The safe best for last caused such fantastic slowdown. There goes the pallet, but he gets the strike through the pallet.
And that
this
is going to be another Mori. 2
that
leaving.
is- Everyone cover your eyes. Hide your children. This is... oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. And that is the Rancor coming into play once again.
While Sinister didn't do amazingly at the end, they did lose 2. The score is a lot closer than it could have been.
Definitely.
It is 10-16 going into the second half. However,
Yeah, no, that isn't undoable.
However, we know how Dabs can be on this nurse, and that is
Yeah.
what's coming up.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be pretty scary. Look forward to it.
Yeah. And we'll have to see what Card Clasher can do, because it is going to come down to this nurse round, and Card Clasher just has to outperform.
Yeah, he's got to deny. He's got a lot of weight on his shoulders. I don't envy him. He's got to apply so much pressure, deny so many points, and try to make up the difference.
Yeah. If Card Clasher could come out with the 4K, which it's nurse, it's very, very likely that he comes out with the 4K. It is going to ultimately come down to just... obviously, Card Clasher has to perform, but also the survivors have to do really well in order to... Because it's nurse. Assume that the 4K is going to happen. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, you've got to play for points in that regard, haven't you? You've got to go right. there's a good chance we're all going down here. We can almost guarantee there's going to be the enemy team's going to be on this sort of level. We've got to make up that difference. We've got to achieve it by doing this. So they've got to, yeah, no, they've really got to play their cards right. I think one misstep from either team could really spell disaster.
It's gonna be a close round, I can tell you that, Bob. And we will find out how it goes after this short break. Hello and welcome back to round 2 of this amazing match of Sinister versus Felony.
Yeah, here we go again. Nurse this time though.
Card Clasher on that
Card
Nurse.
Clasher.
Abrupt Intervention being used to just buy some time on those faraway generators.
100%, and of course the picks and bans have shifted around a little bit, so we might see a bit of variety. Looks like they've spotted someone though. That is going to be the Claudette, which is Ivan. So
yeah, that is Ivan getting chased.
Yeah.
And now Deatha, everyone's here.
There as well. Yeah, no, it looks like managing to scatter people a little bit. Not able to land a hit early though. Gonna try and dodge through the walls. Ivan looks like they've got life there, dashing away to try and avoid the blinks from the nurse. Goodness, Blendette really does blend in with her surroundings, as the nickname would suggest. And it looks like the nurse is swapping over to Baby Mango, trying to go for a target who's perhaps slightly more visible. However, Baby Mango doing a good job, but
Ivan getting hit again.
I wonder if that was the intended target or just a little bit of collateral damage. Either way, I don't think the Card Clash is going to be complaining. Switching targets now, and that looks like a good hit and a strong down on Ivan. Going for the pickup and hoping to apply some pressure. No thrilling tremors from what we see there, which is a great shame. I'm a little bit of a sucker for thrilling tremors, but it doesn't look like it's coming into play there.
And that is 1 point going on the board for Sinister this round.
Looks like Nurse immediately going to a gen, kicking it as well. Let's look at the sparks.
That is Pop Goes the Weasel.
Yep, that was a bright orange sparks. That is Pop Goes the Weasel coming in with Card Clasher, who takes
very
the
nice stun
to the face.
A very nice stun from Baby Mango.
Yeah, Mango really hitting him hard there. A bit concussed, I think, Card Clasher, but he does manage to land a good hit. Goes for the window vault and lunge and just gets it. Almost, I think, went for a double blink there, but was able to be quick on his feet, quick on the draw.
And that is a basement hook. That is,
yeah.
That is going to be a bit of pressure for Card Clasher.
Yeah, no, that does put the survivors in a bit of a sticky situation. Card Clasher able to get some effects. Deatha halfway down on a generator there, not healing Ivan. It looks like Card Clasher is going to try and make good use of that pop and just completely shut this gen down. Basically puts it straight back to 0.
And that is where Deatha was working on a generator.
Yeah, might have been better to have saved the pop and try and delay this one, but goes for the general regression, which is, as we said before, very slow. Unable to find Deatha though. Looks like glimpsed them briefly there, I think, for a second.
I think that was Deatha, but Card Clasher just doesn't quite spot him.
I would love to have seen that from Deatha's perspective. I think she might have been kissing the nurse's feet for a second then.
And that does seem the case. Urban Evasion being used.
Definitely.
Deatha going for the save.
Yep.
Nashtik's getting chased now.
Yep, they are. Nashtik's going for one of the loops here. Free throws the pallet and then runs in the other direction. A really nice trick. Haven't seen something like that before. Through the pallet, immediately doubled back on themselves. And we saw Card Clasher blink past, expecting the vault. That was a really nice move by Nashtix. And maybe I'm showing my purple ranked brain set here, but that was really nice.
And that was a nice, lithe, quick and quiet Dance With Me combo to break the chase, but not for long. Card
Clasher realizing that something smells funny about, and it's not just me, Ace is also there, but misses the slash and goes into the fatigue state. Gets their blink charges back. He's gonna have to try and land this and not get stunned. Delays it slightly, but goes into the fatigue, unable to dash to the other side. They're buying good time, but with only gen done and 2 hooks, one of which being a basement hook. Looks like things are going a little slower this game.
And there are the generators getting done.
Ding. Yeah, suddenly I have egg on my face from saying no gens were getting done. Quick to prove me wrong, the survivors only have 2 gens left to go.
And that's Ivan finishing the 4th generator. Nashix does go down in the meantime, though.
Not taking the time to heal currently as a team. They are not worried about being down too much. They're just trying to make up points or keep their lead going, really. And it looks like this might be another basement hook for Card Clasher, really trying to force them into his territory.
And that was a very close on the wiggle there.
Oh. A little bit of a print preview of the entity's realm there as we go through the map. Using that pop once again to try and apply some pressure. What do you think of this 3-gen spread, Will?
It's definitely not a good 3-gen strat, but this is Nurse, so it doesn't really matter. Save does come into effect. 2 survivors get healed.
Yeah, very nice. Fangs there, along with the injured Nashtix. No, she saw him on the other side. Going for the quick dash. Oh,
misses the lunge.
Misses the lunge and goes into a little bit of carpentry. And now he's playing around the shack, trying to make sure. But no, he's actually snuck away. I'm liking Nashtix's tactics of throw down something valuable and then run. But it looks like Baby Mango has been caught, or at least is under pressure.
And Nashtix's escape there was due to that 3-perk combo of Live Dance with Me and Quick and Quiet. He just disappeared. Baby Mango in the meantime does go down.
Yeah, Baby Mango giving a hook to the Nurse here, but I don't think we're going to see many kills. The hooks are being distributed evenly, at least so far. And teleports right past the Fang there. Right past Defa, who's going to go for the unhook. Pop goes the Weasel coming in again.
Baby Mango gets spotted again. For a second.
Sneaky. Yeah, do you think they're DC'd as well?
Yeah, I thought they DC'd as well for a second. But Baby Mango is going down.
The ever rare technique of faking the DC.
Oh, into basement. Oh no. It doesn't matter. Alright, so right there, last generator got done. Baby Mango got up with adrenaline. No ed procs for the Nurse.
No ed is in effect, though of course I'm not sure the survivors know that because Baby Mango was injured. So they may not have realized yet. And Baby Mango does die on hook. No ed, yeah, the survivors are aware of the no ed now. And Ivan running wake up to, I think, absolutely no one's surprise. However, the Nurse is there. That vault down into the basement. Oh, and immediately, as going with the Phoenix metaphor that we had earlier, rising back up to get the kill on Nashtix, and a nice hit onto Ivan.
Ivan was trying to use that barrel to just spin around and around and make the Nurse miss. Doesn't quite work though.
No, I didn't quite get it. Decides not to go for the sooner hook and goes for one further away from the doors, and a little bit close to the totem there.
They are just gonna leave, it seems.
Do we want to quickly flick over to Ivan just to have a quick look at those perks? But no, gonna die on hook. I was just wondering on maybe a deliverance, but no such luck, unfortunately.
Deatha was actually running deliverance there.
Yeah, Deatha had it. That is 2 escapes though, but a quite confident 2 hooks for Card Clasher. A much better performance coming into play there.
However, it is going to take a miracle to stop Felony from taking this one home. Current score is 18 points for Sinister and 25 for Felony. It is still very winnable, and frankly, this is definitely a lower scoring game so far.
It definitely is, but I mean, all I have to say is Dab's Nurse, and suddenly everyone's got the shivers, you know?
Yeah, that is very true.
Pulling off the 4-man escape. Much easier said than done, I think, and it is going to be an uphill battle.
That was very well played from Card Clasher, though.
Excellently played.
Personally, I wouldn't have used the Bitter Murmur. I would have used, like, Rancor or some other tracking perk, maybe Infectious Fright. But that's all down to personal preference.
Yeah, it's one of those choices, isn't it, of Bitter Murmur. It's a tricky one because you don't really want to go with perks that only help you when you lose an objective. and Bitter Murmur only comes into play when you've lost one of your 5 generators. So to make the perk viable, you have to sacrifice gens. But
And
it does
then-
have a nice combo with Noed.
Yeah, it definitely does, but then you're down 2 perks for most of the game.
A burst of kills at the end game, yeah.
It does still
Credit
work
where
in the end
credit's
game.
due, though. For only having 2 perks for most of the game, Card Clasher was able to apply pressure and get some early hooks.
Well, we will see if Sinister can make the comeback of the century and take this home. We will find out right after this short break. Hello and welcome back to the final game of this amazing match. Sinister versus Felony. We have Nashtix playing Nurse. I think this is the first
bit
time.
of a surprise.
I think this is the first time I've seen Nashtix on Nurse, and Keelan taking the first hit very early on.
Yeah, immediately. As with every game so far, we've had a corrupt intervention. Slowing it down, and oh, did I just hear something affecting a gen there?
Yeah, that was Thrilling
Am I
Tremors,
left in?
and holy crap, that was a first down in 30 seconds.
Yeah, 30 seconds, and now he knows exactly where, which gen was getting worked on. But it looks like he's going to play a little bit more territorial here.
And that hook is 1 point for Felony. Someone was asking how the points work. Every hook for killer is 1 point, and a kill is 1 point. For survivors, fleeing a gen is 1 point, and escaping is 2. Scratch marks are getting spotted. Nashtix blinking back to the hook.
That is an unhook, and Junico takes the hit for Keelan. Apologies. I almost touched on my own term there. But that is a second down so far. Nashtix getting some brutal downs. No gens done, no dings, and 2 hooks.
So far, this is going very well for Nashtix.
That down was so quick, in fact, Thrilling Tremors didn't proc a second time. But he's got good ears, and he's found out immediately which gen they were on. And that does look like a pop goes the weasel for Nashtix there as well. I saw some orange sparks come out of the top of that gen.
It seems Harness is going back on that generator, losing a lot of the progress that was made. Baddis on the run.
Yep, Baddis on the run, and looks like Nurse is on him as well. Takes a hit. They are in a very rough position here. He's going to try and vault the window. He doubles back on himself, but doesn't quite get the hit.
Sinister
And now
does
we've
get
got-
unhooked.
Yeah, and now we've got Baddis making a move for it, trying to get across the map. The teleport moves back on himself, jukes through, and gets the pallet stun at the end of the sprint. At the end of the blink. Come on, Bob. But the chase is still ongoing. She's going to try and go for the second pallet, fakes it out, and manages to gain some distance as the fatigue kicks in. They're losing time now. 2 hooks is good, but if a few gens start to proc, that is a quick lunge, and Baddis does go down. Fool me twice, I get the feeling. Nashtix was able to predict the turn that time.
And that is Thrilling Tremors being used again, I believe, although it's not
Yeah.
showing.
That time it did
Working on
proc.
generator. Elon just crouching around, trying not to get spotted.
Yeah, no, if Keelan takes a hit, they're in a very risky situation because she's already injured. Pop being used again to slow down progress, and Nashtix really dominating the map right now. If I was on the Survivor team, I would be very worried.
Nashtix just has so much pressure right now. You have 3 survivors hooked before the first generator is done. Baddis does get unhooked in the meantime.
We won't make any comments on the 2 blinks there. Don't worry. That didn't happen. But it does look like he's making the
getting
chase. He
spotted
might be
again.
Singling out Baddis here. Lets himself go into fatigue, knowing Baddis is going to double back on himself.
Finally,
That
a
is the
generator
danger
does
of
get
a
done.
good trick. Yeah, gen does get done, and that is the danger of a good trick on Baddis. He made it work a few times, but Nashtix is on the lookout for it, and in a way, Baddis has now become predictable.
He can still change things up a bit here, if you want to.
Definitely.
Just gonna go for the kick with Pop. He's gonna be blinking back. Drinko also with the generator. Harness joining him.
Harness also on one. Where's the final chap? Looks like all three of them working together there.
Yeah, Drinko is healing up Keelan as the second generator gets done. That generator is 99. They are just gonna let Baddest die, it seems.
Looks like they're making the call to maybe let Baddest die. That is a sprint burst coming out of Harness there as the gen gets done. Looks like he might be trying to make his way around towards the hook, but I get the feeling he might have been spotted. We did see a drifting nurse for a second then.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
It is just the hard camp coming into play here.
Guaranteeing the hook.
Nashtix knows Nashtix knows there's a borrowed time here. And the save does come through at the last second. Textbook save.
Very nicely done, using the borrowed time as more of a threat than an actual usage of it, because now Nashtix can't really guarantee this chase works. But borrowed time's gonna run out, and now Baddest is in a very dangerous situation. It looks like Nashtix is happy to slug Harness and to try and just get as many hits as possible.
We talked about this during the pre-show. There's no unbreakable, so Nashtix is free to slug as he wishes.
That is 100% true. Yeah, with Unbreakable out of the game, there's no threat coming in, and he knows that he can use Harness as bait. It looks like they managed to get him up quite quickly. Gonna try and go for the down again. Doesn't quite get the blink distance. So it looks like they're going to be moving in towards this area. I do have the feeling as well, Nashtix is protecting a free gen here. She's got free gens lined up very nicely, noughts and crosses style, and is doing her best to defend them.
Keelan getting spotted out. Nashtix did get caught on the little edge of the jungle gym there.
Yeah, not able to make the blinks. It's been a while, and Nashtix now has to start worrying about the progression of all of the gens. This is going to be a hit, though, onto Keelan.
Yep, and Baddest does get healed. That generator in Killer Shack is very close to being done.
That was very nicely played by Keelan. Saw the nurse twist and move in the air and made sure to double back at the right time there. So far, it's really neck and neck, though that does look like Keelan has gone down, and this will be a thrilling Tremors proc for Nashtix, who's having a good look around, and I think with every gen in red, he's got to be very scared right now. There goes the third gen of the game. Nashtix moving across, and it's one of the free gen that he was protecting. There goes the second, one gen left to go. And with no one dead, Nashtix is now actually looking a little worried right now.
Yeah, as we get more and more into this, it is looking like Sinister can come out with a win here.
Potentially so. Sinister doing very well. Looks like they're going to free-man rush the last gen and maybe let Keelan die, but
Arnis needs to not go down here. He has borrowed time, and he needs to be going for the save. Baddest taking the hit, though, and it's... Dorinko's going to be the one going for the save, though.
They haven't taken the time to heal up Harness there, meaning that he isn't safe to go for the borrowed time, and Baddest does go down on last hook. This will be a kill and a hook for Nashtix here, but the rescue does happen at the same time, and Keelan is back in the game. There goes Baddest.
It seems like there's just going to be a bit of a healing party here.
Yep, they're going to try and hard reset the game and then pressure generators. I think they're aware that Nashtix has Pop Goes the Weasel, so they know they can't stop the generators regressing. So they're taking their time, they're being methodical about it. I think it's the wisest thing to do. They need to play for time more than anything else right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially when you're down a player. Getting this last gen becomes infinitely harder.
I think they made the right choice as well. Rather than having Harness go for a heavy sort of unhook with the borrowed time, they instead opted for Junico to go for it, and he got the what's it called? We'll make it proc there, which meant they were able to heal just that bit quicker. But it does look like we're entering another chase here. I couldn't quite see who that was, but I think
that is Jorinko.
Taking a hit there, going for the long run.
It is possible that adrenaline does come into effect here. Nashtix's a bit mad that he didn't go through the wall.
Adrenaline would be pretty clutch, and yeah, that is the entity not favoring the nurse there with the wall, and lost precious time and seconds, unable to really close the gap. And it's going to take at least another couple of blinks before Jorinko goes down, buying precious seconds as we see the other two are on a gen. And I think they have broken chase.
They have, and they're going to finish this gen here.
Yeah, that is the last gen, and that is the adrenaline kicking in for Jarinko. Very fortunate. And now, of course, we've got the second hits coming in. And that
No
is
Ed.
no one
There
escapes
is a
death.
no Ed.
And that is the no-ed kicking in, giving a quick down onto Jarinko.
They're
The
probably
other two
better
are
off
at
just...
the gate.
They could possibly
They've
go for
99'd
save,
it.
but they are just
But
going
no.
to leave.
They're going to secure the 4 points for the escape, I believe. And looks like Jarinko is going to go down. Well, not a bad performance in all honesty. A very, very tight game with a very similar result to the last round.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it was a very, very close game. And we do come out with the final score of Felony with 34 and Sinister with 27. So Felony is going to be the ones taking the win here. But it was very close.
Felony are able to maintain their undefeated streak. But 34 to, what did you say, 34 to?
27.
That is a good comeback from Sinister.
It was a
Kudos.
very, very close game.
Respect where respect is due, with the start that they had and the situation they were in to close the gap that well. You've got to give it hats off to them. You've got to give it to them.
Yeah, very well played from both teams. The Wraith round could have gone a little bit better, but it was very close.
100%, yeah.
Well, that is all we have today, folks. I've been Williawesome with the Dead by Daylight League, joined by OldManBob, and we will see
Thanks for
you
watching.
tomorrow with another match. I don't know off the top of my head. Thanks for watching.